Hey, what's up? This is your girl Diamond. So we're gonna talk about baby and his foolishness. Like, what is going on with these unprovoked, homophobic, weird, disease shaming? It just feels typical. So we're gonna talk about that today. Let's see who is. Yeah. So I had a good day today. It feels good. Today was an amazing day. I went grocery shopping and child, the people were peopling. Hey Cleo, how are you? How is that LA like as in Los Angeles or is that LA like as in Louisiana? Um hey Amara, how are you? I'm eating too. I am eating some cucumbers with some I don't know how to pronounce this. Tagine. How do y'all say this? Any Latinx folks know how do you say that? Toyin or whatever. Mm, 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 mm. Hey Brandon. Hey CL. Tahine. Gotcha. Tahine. Gotcha. I love this. I love this on watermelon. I love this on this on mangoes, like sweet ass fucking mangoes. It's fire. But um but on cucumbers, it's fire too. Good on the fruits. Yeah. I'm trying to eat things that have a little bit more water content. I've been working out and it been feeling good. I follow this dude's plan. I went ahead and paid for it because I think people should be paid for their work. But I've been following for a long time, and I like his approach to fitness. And I bought his plan, and I have been using it, and it is so fire. When I see some results, I'll promote it. I just don't want to promote it yet until I see some results. So I put it on a cup of plums, and pineapples yesterday. I eat it on pickles now. You know what I like on pickles? This country is hell, but it is. I like Kool Aid, not Kool Aid like sweet and created, but actually the pack of Kool Aid. Take the pickle and dip it into the Kool Aid. I love it. Does it really smell like water? Right. We're gonna get into that in about a couple of minutes. I used to do that as a kid. I love it. When I moved to Mississippi, they would have Kool Aid pickles. I think it smells like pickles and Kool Aid. It shouldn't smell like pickle. What I'm talking about shouldn't smell like pickles and Kool Aid. I guess the powder part of Kool Aid is the same idea. Yes, except it can be like cherry flavored or da da da. So in Mississippi, they would make Kool Aid pickles, like pick how you pickle a pickle, but it would be sweet and they'll pickle it in like cherry, and it'll still give you the tanginess of a pickle, but it'll be like a sweet pickle. You know how you get the pickles that are sweet? It'll be like a sweet pickle. The baby damn sure smell like that. Yes, ever since I started transitioning, I got addicted to pickle for some reason. I don't know. I'm thought did transition change the way I eat? Baby, I'm old. I'm old in transition. I used to say I'm old in transition, but young because I started so young. But now I'm getting old in age and transition, bitch. So yeah, I get hungry as shit. Like when I'm on moms, I just get hungry as fuck. So it's hard for me to I usually gain weight. Like even now I've gotten up to because I started moans a couple of months ago, like gain some weight, but not that I like to be va 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 voom. But yeah, I do want to get down to like I'm tall, so when I me being in the 200 just looks thick. I'm over 300. So I want to get to like 220. 220 was my favorite weight. I was just jiggly and but you know, thick and right. I'm thinking right now, but I just want to be smaller. But yeah, hunger is the side effects, baby. I heard it's like the testosterone blockers, they absorb a lot of salt, so your body craves it more. Hmm, maybe I don't know. 220 hours perfect. Yes. Anything between 200 and 230 is perfect. Anything under 180 for me, even though they say it's the perfect size, being under 180, I need to be in like the 160, 140. Bitch, what? I would look like, honey, a patient, girl. I would look like, honey, a patient of some kind. If I was like 160 at fucking 5'11 at 160, 140, no. That's not the look I go for. I want to go for honey, Miss Cupcake, baby. I need you to know this a woman over here, a grown woman with curves. I can't deal with being bony, string bean, olive oil build. I can't deal. I'm giving Sierra to you. Sierra is slim. I'm 5'11", 220. I had all the curves. Yeah. Doo-doo-doo. Hey, money. Mm-mm. How much you weigh, money? If that's not a rude question, money is money's thick too. So I don't know. I like being thick. I like being thick. I don't like, and she's tall. I don't like being skinny. I want to be skinnier than I am now, but I don't want to be skinny. I want to be like 220, 230. That's my perfect weight. You 275. Yeah, as long as I'm my perfect weight for me was 230 ish. Yeah, 220, 230. Because I wasn't bony, but I wasn't skinny. I was like, damn, tip drill. Mm, yeah, I want to, honey. I want you to slide a motherfucking credit card down my booty cheeks and it get the shaking. 230 would be cool for me too. Yeah, I don't want to be skinny. When I was like when I was like 180, which is back when I was like 29, I ain't been under 200 since like 30s. Once I hit 30s, my mama was like, "You're getting big, girl." My mama is rude like that. My mama is one of the mamas that they always reminding you of your flaws. So he's like, girl, my mom would be like, but she would try to do it in a sweet way, but it was like, girl, this is not sweet in any way you try to rap it. She'd be like, girl, I remember you better start getting a hold of it now, girl. Once I hit 35, it just went all downhill and the weight just came. So you need to watch it. She would give all of that. I'd be like, girl, get out of here. Let me live my va 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 boom life. But yeah, once I was under 180 at 29, yeah, around 28, 29, I was too skinny. I was too skinny. I didn't like that. I didn't live. I didn't live at all. I'm 5'7". When I was 139, my stomach was toned, but the rest of my body was still curvy and soft, which I love. Come on, 139. Work. Money, hey. Thank you. I had it months ago, but certain things like cucumber, watermelon don't taste the same anymore. It's fine though. I don't know. These cucumbers taste the same to me. Mm. And I just had some watermelon too, and it was fire. All right, so let's get in. So recently at like a concert, I don't know the name of it. It's called Loud something or something. The baby went on his just randomly went on this kind of Rolling Loud. Thank you. He went on. I don't know. He was in the middle of a set or something. Not in the middle of a set, but like you know how they in the middle of songs transition. And child, he get to talking about HIV, Bridget's pussy smelling like water, and sucking dick in the parking lot. Now I don't know if y'all have ever sucked a dick in a parking lot, but it's quite amazing. It is quite exciting. I have sucked dick in alleys, parking lots, elevators, under bleachers. I have sucked dick in a lot of places, and in the parking lot, it's quite exciting. Have you ever been like parking lot pimping at a club? Only me. If it not you, only me. Oh, that's fine. Okay, okay. But when I was doing it, it was so exciting. It was so exciting and fun, and it has that element of you could get caught, element of voyeurism and spontaneity. Somebody could walk past and see you wham it, and they like, oh. You see the girls like, oh, or you see the girls judging you like, oh, that's nasty, and you like, I am, bitch. Get into that. So I just don't understand why we shaming people who suck dick in the parking lot. That's so shitty. Also, now correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have a vagina. I don't. But vaginas that I have come across, the good ones, the ones just a healthy vagina, has a smell. It's not a bad smell, but it has a smell. Not a, it's not fishy. It's not vagina has a smell. It's a body part that has a smell. And it's not the healthy ones. It's not like a bad smell. It's just a smell, like a body smell, like a must, a smell. It doesn't smell like water. It doesn't smell like water. And the pH balance of water is 7. That it's a neutral. But the pH balance of a vagina is between like 3.8 to like 5. So it's more acidic. So it shouldn't smell like water. I don't know. I don't know if the water is just it's supposed to smell like nothing or I don't know. I don't know. But I know that vagina is vagina and it does a healthy one. It is doing what it do when it has a healthy smell. So does it really smell like vagina? Anybody who have a vagina in the in the comments, please let me know. Does it have a smell? Does it have a Now we know that if it has a bad smell, that something's, bacteria vaginosis, it's stuff like that. Or, something's going on. It's indicating that something's going on. But a regular healthy vagina has a regular healthy vagina smell. That seems, and it's not water. But okay. But like I said, I don't have no horse in this game because I don't have a vagina. But I know a lot of people who have vaginas. I don't know. Anyway, so then he goes on to say, if you ain't got HIV or AIDS or any one of those other STDs that make you die in 2 to 3 weeks. Now, once again, don't get me wrong. I don't know everything about everything. But even in the peak of the AIDS epidemic, motherfuckers wasn't dying in 2 to 3 weeks. Even back in the 80s, early 90s, when there was a medication that was saving lives and making HIV not a death sentence, which is where we are in 2021, almost 2022. Even when we didn't have the medication, we didn't know what was going on. It wasn't killing you in 2 to 3 weeks. What's the STD, if any, that is killing you in 2 to 3 weeks? What's that? Because I ain't heard about that yet. Tell me which one that is. Because syphilis take a real long time. It has like 4 stages. So that takes forever. Herpes don't really kill you. It just lays dormant and keep popping up every blue moon when she's feeling cunty. She's like that annoying cousin that always asks you for money when they have troubles. They just pop up. That's what herpes gives. But I don't understand. What disease is killing you in 2 to 3 weeks? Let me know in the comments, please. Because I don't know everything about everything. So I want to know what disease is. I'm fine. Pie for 8 years, strong and healthy. Right now, people who positive. How long did Hector Extravaganza live? Hector was like 60 something, and he's been positive for years. There are people who are living. It is no longer a death sentence at all. Only way you gonna get wore out by HIV is if you're not taking your meds. And even if you're not taking your meds, it's not taking you out in 2 to 3 weeks. But, But maybe he knows something I don't know. He doesn't seem that smart, but maybe. Maybe I'm out of the loop of new STDs is coming out. He passed at 53, unfortunately. Yes. Thank you. I thought he was in 60. It's positive people living longer than non-positive. You better speak on it. We got the black trade going out of here for colon cancer earlier than that, like around 35, when all the medication says you're not even supposed to get colon cancer checked until you're 45, because all the medical stuff is based on white men. Black men is lower. Just for your information. So that's why Chadwick Boseman and all the other people all the black men we see dying of this colon cancer, why they die early from it, because black men have to get checked early for it, earlier than the medical professionals recommend, because the medical professionals is based on the whites. I think the baby said that for sensationalism of it all, which in turn make him sound dumb. Now, if the government takes the HIV meds off the formulary of insurance, then we should worry. I just don't understand. Do I not understand? Yes, I do understand. Straight men are invested in controlling other men because, like, so you being gay, you sucking dick in the parking lot, that indicates a certain level of freedom. And the fact that you so free that you deep throating in the parking lot, they can't take that. It's just something about that type of freedom that they have to, that will indicate that you're not listening to them. Their dominance has no power over you. And they are invested in controlling other men. Not only because it gives them cool points, like, ooh, I can bully other men, but also, and I can talk shit about the gay people. So it's a a flag to the homophobic cisgender women that, ooh, I'm straight, I'm available. So they'd be like, mm-hmm. See, he ain't one of them punks. He's the real man. He ain't one of them punks. He says his gay fans aren't the type to get HIV. What? What? Did he not stop to think he might have fans that are gay, HIV positive, like to suck dick in the parking lots? Like, why alienate part of your fan base? For why? And unprovoked. It was so random. Wasn't it random? Go sit down. You already, you already doing fuck shit. Having performing with Megan Thee Stallion and then bringing the nigga that shot her on stage after her. That's already shady and fuck shit. Yeah, I watched that IG. I didn't see that part, but I heard him say he had some gay people in the audience dancing with a crop top on. You're pulling a Donald Trump. Just because you got a few black people that's willing to shuck and jive, don't mean that black folks is down with the Trump train. And the baby, just because you got a few gay niggas that want to suck your dick in the parking lot, enough to watch you on stage, because I want to suck your dick in the parking lot. So I know there's some people that will. So I know they can shuck and jive and be in your audience. That don't mean that what you said is wrong and not homophobic. That don't mean it was shady. It wasn't shady. It was shady. It was whack. It was just not the right commentary, sweetie. I was like, dude, get out of here. And what they gonna do? They spent all that money to come have a party, not expecting you to go on a homophobic and disease shame. What they gonna do? Leave after spending all that damn money? I would be like, I'm here now. I might as well turn up. But I would be gagged. I could leave, but they, child, getting through all that crowd, girl, get out of here. And say it while walking away with the tray switched to. The gays are probably too turned to even hear that mess rumbling in the moment. To be quite honest, yes. I just the straight men. I just really feel like particularly the straight black men, they really just, it amazes me how easily they wrap their minds around a racial analysis, a complicated racial analysis when we are talking about issues of race, but how dumb they get when we talk about gendered analysis or a sexuality based analysis or uh, a feminist analysis. It's just they cannot see the correlation. Like they can't get it. And look at Tip um, Tip Harris. Mr. Harris, sometimes I also don't understand why some people don't just shut the fuck up. You got rape and sexual assault and weird cases. Why would you jump in on this conversation? You could have just shut up and kept your stuff to yourself. Like you are Mr. Mr. Hyman check. You already in the creep zone. Why you why not just keep your comments to your circle? You coming on the thing and bringing little nods in it. Just the fact that you're bringing little nods in the situation. Let's you don't under. Well, I like gay people. I I don't think you have a right. You don't have a right to say what you got to say. If you gay, do what you do. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But every time you say it ain't got nothing to do with you, but every time some gay shit gets to popping off, you got some opinion. I don't understand. You say you're not a homophobe, but everything you saying is rooted in discrimination, hate. It just really doesn't make sense. It just really doesn't make sense to me. It just really doesn't make sense. And then you motherfuckers always bring up the kids. Y'all always bring up, I don't want my son seeing that. Back in the day, we didn't have to worry about that. And I gotta have these conversations with my kids. First of all, you should be having conversation with your kids about worldly shit anyway. You shouldn't wait till they 18. You should be having conversations with your kids, explaining shit your way, because nobody in the world is raising your children except for you. Nobody else has a responsibility to your children. Now we can ask celebrities, hey, be a good reputation. That's kind of the, when we because black people don't have the privilege that white people have of individualism. You are representing your community. So there's a level of an unfair level of, scrutiny that you have to represent your community in a certain way. And that's just what it is. And so there is, especially if you want to be seen as like this black excellence. So yes, that is something that you got to deal with. But it gets to a point where your children from the beginning, it's your responsibility. It is your responsibility to say, okay, my kids are going to run into some concepts, some images, some movies, some whatever, just something. If you educated in fucking public school, you're going to come across books. If you black, that you're going to have to explain to your children in the right way. That in right being in quotation marks, because what's right to you may not be right to other people. But you're going to have to explain it. And that is your job as the parent, as the person rearing these children. That is your job to do that work. It is not Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion job for you to dissect WAP. It is not Little Nas X for them to dissect WAP for your children. It's your job to dissect it. Not WAP. Call me by my name, or what is it? What's the Montero song? It's your job to dissect these images that they may come across. It is not the artist. The artist makes content for adults. Now it'd be different if Barney get to twerking and spreading his booty cat and get weird, because this content is really geared toward children. So I would be weird about that. But not necessarily Barney got to twerking, but if he get to doing some sexual shit, if he got to twerking, that would be funny to me. But yeah. It always gets me when men like this have so much to say about women's body. The shaming of sense. They don't like women for real. I tell people, particularly this week, I've been saying this all the time. I said, men, if you look at their behavior, cishet men, sometimes the gay niggas too, but the gay niggas almost, they can go under the radar because they don't have sex with women. So it almost can look like, oh, I don't fuck with women because I don't even have sex with them. So what's the point of engaging? But they'll have some still misogynistic ideology, but particularly straight men. They like the feeling of vagina. They like vagina. They don't like women. They don't like the human that is attached to the vagina. They don't want to hang out with women. They want to hang out with men. They want to hang out and talk about basketball and play poker and do everything else to hang out with their homies until they get horny. Then it's like, oh, you have the vagina is attached to her. So I have to get the vagina, I have to perform. I have to do the things that I to do to make her feel like giving me the vagina. If I'm in right relationship with consent. So I got to do the right things. So I don't really care about her. I just do this whatever I think she wants me to do so I can get access to the vagina. I don't really like women. And I see that a lot. I see it's like, oh, I see. You only engage with women that you are attracted to. You only, anybody that you're not attracted to, that's almost like they don't exist or you're rude and shady to them. You got negative say. If they're too fat, you got negative things to say about them. Too fat, too black, too hood, too whatever. If they don't, whatever your beauty ideologies are, if they don't match that, then I'm not going to even engage with them. I don't know. It just feels weird. It feels, and they will say, "Oh, I love women." Do you? If you took the vagina away, do you? It's weird. Mm-hmm. Yes, Brandon. My blue head wrap. Thank you. This is my bonnet. When I just don't want to put on, if I want to wear my hair, this is my bonnet. So I be feeling like, rebellious to the Monique aunties when I have this out in public. But I don't know if they count. Does these count as the bonnets? Because I be wearing these to the airport. I'm waiting for somebody to slide. Ma'am, do you love yourself? Why you have on that bonnet? I'm ready for somebody to slide on me like that. I haven't had that experience, but I don't think I have. I don't give off the energy that you can do that to me. It looks better on you than Nick Cannon. Maybe I don't know. Oh. Nick Cannon needs to get me pregnant. So so I can be rich. Oh, I have five more. What else is going on? Hey, my love. I love you for real. All right. If you don't get your ass away from me, I would read. I would read one of them motherfucking um cookout aunties for tapping me. Homophobia is so normalized in hip hop. It feels like he's shocked. We mad. And then I hate for them to make the false equivalency of Little Nas expressing himself and some rapper or some straight man expressing his homophobic beliefs. Those are not two of the same thing. Well, if Lil Nas can do this, then he should be able to do this. Those are two different. Lil Nas being free, expressing himself, is not dogging heterosexual men. You talk about in a disparaging way niggas doing gay shit and how it's against the kids. That's homophobia. Those are not equal things you can compare. And not just that, the power dynamic is different. You are the normal, quote unquote. You have the power in the situation. I had to delete one of my friends yesterday because she was on her page talking about, does natural born women, can we have nothing to ourselves nowadays? And because we have been cool for years, I jokingly put under her thing, I said, y'all make babies and have periods. I thought that was y'all to fame. That's what y'all always throw up. That's what y'all have. And so, honey, she was offended by that. I was like, okay, well. All right. And so she said, don't disrespect me. I said, I'm not disrespecting you. That's the truth. That's what y'all all say. But honey, she had felt that she was being oppressed. And I always tell people, like, even if you are marginalized, there are certain parts of you that holds privilege and power. And if you're comparing trans people and cis people, baby, your cisgenderness is the privileged one. Sugar, I'm sorry. Now, anybody who has been following me, I'm one of the people I do feel when I do feel there should be spaces for just cisgender women. I do. I don't think we need as trans women to be in every single space. And I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to go deep into it. But I do think that there should be things just for them. Just like I think there should be things just for us. When that is going to be varied. The privilege often comes down to being given the benefit of doubt and defense. Come on now. I was listening to this dark skinned chick on TikTok, and she was like, look how much negative hate that I got from this video where she was calling out colorism. I hate dark skinned girls. They always being sensitive. Dark skinned girls in my nerves. This ain't got nothing to do with you, and you making everything about your color and da 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 da. Light skinned people, if y'all find yourself doing that, go sit down. But she was pointing out how quickly they were coming to the girl that she was talking about, even though she wasn't disrespecting her. She was calling out colorism. She wasn't, and not even her colorism, the girl colorism. She was just talking about the colorism in the situation. Didn't disrespect the girl at all, but everybody in her comments was being late and shady. And she was calling it out. And she was like, that's the privilege of being light skinned, is that y'all will break y'all neck to defend colorism when somebody calls it out in a light skinned person. Marginalized folks can also have privilege. Fact. And I think sometimes a lot of folks are too busy, especially, here's a whole nother thing, especially now that we're in a space of time where your disparities can be monetized. Ooh, let's talk about that. Now we're in a time where there is a market being capita based on your trauma, based on you being discriminated against, based on you can go viral when something happened. There are people who are really, really focused on their own disparities and totally ignoring where they fall short, where they have privilege, and where they can be putting their knee on somebody's neck. That's why I'm glad that people like you and Jay don't describe to the colorist mess. Let me say this. It's an ongoing process. So I've never been a person that was like, oh, light skin is better than dark skin. My mother is a brown girl, so she never let me feel like that. What I had to learn growing up was them GoFundMe's be popping, right? They be trying to send GoFundMe's and Cash Apps, child. What I had to learn was to check my defensiveness when it was being called out. So in my younger years, because I was I was a queer little boy, and I have said this multiple times. I don't care if people agree or disagree. This is anecdotal. I don't think they've done any no, I have heard some research. Not specifically to this, but something that leans to this. In How to Be an Anti-Racist. That book. I don't think that the colorism disparities, the gap, I don't think it is the same in men as it is in women. I think that the space of privilege between dark-skinned women and light-skinned women is really, really wide. You see a very, very distinct difference. But because of how masculinity works and how masculinity in relation to dark skin, I've said this other times, I think dark skin is deemed masculine. So with men, not saying that light-skinned dudes don't benefit from colorism, but I don't think the gap is that wide as it is between dark-skinned women and light-skinned women. Hope that makes sense. I think dark-skinned men, because its association with masculinity, they benefit from patriarchy in a different way, that because skinned men are seen as sensitive, weak, gay, that kind of disadvantages them a little, and it balances out. I hope that makes sense. Not saying that certain instances colorism doesn't play in a role, but I think that's why in the back in the day, when we think about Black movie starlets, you had light-skinned women that were the stars. You had the Dorothy Dandridge, the Lena Hornes, You didn't see any dark-skinned women that were competing in the arena of beauty starlets. It was only light-skinned women. In the men's category, though, You had Sidney Poitier killing it, and he was a dark-skinned man. You had him winning Oscars. You had him getting in the rooms as a dark-skinned man, getting those kind of success. And he had other contenders who were light-skinned, like a Harry Belafonte, but they were contending, but he still won. He still was the one who won the Oscar. Do you see what I'm saying? So dark-skinned men have always had a way to be privileged because the dark skin being associated with masculinity in a certain way. And I just see it just showing up different than with, you know, the women. Total thought. And so when I was younger, get privileged for I didn't feel. Now when as I get older, I started thinking differently. But because I was queer and light skin being bullied, that that I distinctly remember light skin being popular in the 80s. But you had the Betty Canes, you had the Wesley Snipes, you had the Tupacs, you had the Biggies. So yeah, you're gonna have the Albie Shures, you're gonna have the light skins, yes, but you also had the dark skins who were being praised and uplifted. Whereas in the 90s, how many dark skinned superstars was it? Do we even have a lot of dark skinned superstars now? As far as like music genres, dark skinned women. How many dark skinned women of the 80s and 90s? That just kind of made it to superstardom. I think the only one that was, and she was brown, was Whitney. But even Whitney had a level of everything else wasn't stereotypical black shit. She was skinny as hell. She didn't have full lips. She didn't have full nose. She looked like a white woman dipped in brown. She didn't even have she didn't even have like stereotypical black features to me. But yeah, I just think it's a difference. Yeah, it just was a very, very different thing. And Viola Davis just now started to get attention. Now we had, some chocolate girls coming up in the black era. We had the Missy Elliott's, shit like that. She was close enough to be marketed as lighter. Whitney was definitely brown. I don't want to, but I think the rest of her was still that slender, model-less white. She was like Naomi Campbell, where now Naomi had some lips, but they were they were there was a lot, especially 90s and 80s. The black girls that got popular was really, really just they looked like white and chocolate. I hope the girls like Normani, Tyra Banks too. Tyra Banks, yeah, Tyra Banks was basically a white girl dipped in chocolate. I hope girls like Normani, Coco Jones, Cynthia Erivo can flourish in the industry. Hmm. I definitely Halle Berry is another example from the 90s. White girls dipped in chocolate, little small features. We had Pam Grier, Foxy Brown, Pam Grier, yes. And that was more like 70s. 70s. Who else? We had this Nichols chick. And did they get and when I say we and being popular in our culture, I'm not talking about just us. I'm talking about pop, where they only was letting Pam be in fucking black exploitations like movies, like where they letting them cross over and being like stars, like super pop culture stars. We just didn't see a lot of dark skinned girls becoming pop stars. Brandy was popping though. Yes, Brandy was an exception. Yes, Brandy was. She was popping in the what was that mid 90s? Nowadays, the white girls are dipping themselves around. Come on now. I don't know. So anyway, so when I was younger, I didn't anytime somebody called out colorism, I would go to the my harm that was being done to me. I didn't see the nuances of colorism and how it was simultaneously I was still benefiting from colorism as as at the same time being disparaged because of my queerness. Um you feel what I'm saying? Like so I in my younger years like you know elementary, junior high, I didn't know. So when somebody would bring up colorism and light skin privilege, oh, you light skin, that's why da da da. I'm like, motherfucker, yeah, right. Like motherfucker still is trying to bully me. I'm still getting, I'm not get I didn't see the privilege in it. But once I got in high school, I started to I started to get hints. I started to get hints of, oh, this is what they were talking about. Perfect, a perfect high school, it was hints. College was direct shit. So I remember, I don't know if I told y'all this story, but I remember in college, I was it was my first year, and whatever the amount was awarded from FAFSA wasn't enough to cover. It was covering most of it, but if they would have waived my out of state fees, it would have covered it all. But because I had out of state fees on my first semester, um it didn't cover it, so I wasn't going to be able to get in school. And so the ladies in the office of Jackson State at the time, most of the ladies at this particular office that I was in were dark skinned. And so now me, I'm not thinking colorism because I'm a fucking 19-year-old and I'm not thinking any kind of colorism thing. I don't have any political well, I don't say I have any, but I wouldn't think, oh, she's doing this to me because I'm light skinned. That's not where my mind is gonna go. At 19. I didn't have those kind of nuances at 19. So I immediately thought in my mind that it was just these are the rules. My mind, these are the rules. They can't change it. And damn, I'm not gonna be able to go in school. And so I tried everything. I was trying to get them. I was trying everything to talk to the ladies, and they were not budging in fixing something. Um, in fixing the problem with my out of state fees. And so I believed when they told me that there was nothing that they could do. So my homegirl, I go. So I'm not crying, but I'm very frustrated when I leave the office, and I leave the office and I come out and I go down the stairs, and before I go out the door, this lady comes out of the office. I've never seen this lady before in my life, but she's a light skinned woman, and she comes up to me and she says, "Hey, come here." And she comes back. She tells me to come back and brings me into the office, into her cubicle. And in that moment, she says, I don't know why these dark skin ass bitches act like they can't fix this for you, but it's because you light skinned. It was so weird and strange for me. And she fixed it. She literally said, this is the easiest thing for them to do. They're just choosing not to do it for you because it's the easy. And I see them do this for people every single day. And they're just choosing not to do this for you. Now, in the moment, I'm thinking, this could be a lot of shit. This could be because I'm trans. This could be colorism. This could be, or whatever. It could be so many things that they're being late for. And in my mind, I'm not saying nothing because I just want you to fix it, bitch. Fix this shit. If you're gonna fix it, fix it. So, but I'm listening. I'm like, this is strange as hell. Why is this happening at a Black school? Like, this is weird. If you're telling the truth, why is this happening at a Black school? If you're being weird, like you're being colorism weird, why are you being weird at a Black school? This just feel like this shouldn't be happening at a Black school. But she went in the computer and waived my my out-of-state fees. So my FAFSA could cover that. Now, what I learned in the weeks later, that my dark-skinned homegirls were getting their the ladies in the office were getting their fees waived. And I was like, what? Like, it all was crazy to me. I was like, oh, this is wild. Like, there was like this thing. I thought it was the dumbest shit, but it was the first time that I saw how colorism could benefit or not benefit you. Just that bullshit, depending on who has the power in the situation. And so as I got older, then, reading but it started at like 19, and I started to read more and started to have conversations more. For me, political stuff started to really happen and shift in my mind in college. And so that's when, the students were about that life. And so we were having these deep dive into colorism conversations. And I started to see how, although the nuance of my experience, some people were dealing with queerness, but not to the level that I was at that time in college. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think how we are talking about it now. I never heard the conversation happening in my circle of friends when I was growing up. In my not circle of friends, in my adult, motherfuckers was not talking about colorism in this kind of we need to dismantle it way when I was growing up. They were having conversations about, the stereotypical negative conversations. Oh, yeah, I like light-skinned bitches because light-skinned bitches, da 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 da. It was that kind of, I like long hair, thick red bones, and da. It was that kind of shit. It wasn't somebody bucking up against it. I didn't hear anybody in my circle of family bucking up against colorism. They would say things that would indicate that there was a hierarchy. Oh yeah, yeah, he only fuck with her because she light skinned. Yeah, he let that light skinned girl fool him. Let that light skinned girl run over him just because she light skinned with pretty eyes. You would hear that kind of disdain for life, and then you would hear that kind of privilege. You feel what I'm saying? What a weirdo. I love watermelon and chicken. I just had some. I don't know why y'all think that's offensive. But anyway, so protein and an inflammatory fruit, baby. Delicious. Um, But as I got older, I had to really, you know, really engage with it. I'm a lighter skinned black man, and dealing with white males and darker skinned black males was annoying growing up. I was more issues with that later. I had more issues with that later. Yeah, I think it's a definitely nuanced experience. Mm. Ah, Dyke. We love Dykes here, darling. We love Dykes. Dykes are amazing here. Shout out to the lesbians. We love Dykes. Dykes are amazing. You should learn to love Dykes too. And you wouldn't be so angry. The trolls are trolling on a Tuesday, baby. Yes. So that's amazing. Do, 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 do. Thank you, Brandon. So yeah, I had to learn when it was time. When I had to learn that when I'm asked my experience around colorism, I can share it. But if when dark skinned girls are sharing their experience, that is not the time for me to say something along the lines of, but that happened to me too. A lot of the time. Well, people called me names about being light skinned in a derogatory way. What's the difference? I remember when I was younger, I used to have those kind of rebuttals as in a way to illegitimize um you get what I'm saying, their stories. Because I'm saying I wasn't thinking of it on a grand scale. I was thinking of it from my own nuanced, particular um, experience. Because yes, people talk shit about me in that regard. Let me eat that booty like groceries. What? How many accounts you got? Hello. Do you think what? Huh? They got me actually working tonight. Bitches ready. They're so wild. Like, how many accounts do you have, darling? Um, but yes, I had to learn that sometimes you just gotta shut up. You gotta shut up and listen because they're telling you their experience, and you must and you trying to undercut it. Yes, when you're asked your experience, tell your experience. One thing, the only time that I comment on people's shit when they're talking about colorism is if you're trying to tell me, a light skinned woman, how I experience colorism or how I experience racism. Now, when you're trying to tell me about my experience, then I'll sit your motherfucking ass down. I know what I experienced. I know what with that. Um, but she, but when you're telling your experience, what I can guarantee is I'm not jumping in saying, well, that happened to me too. And I'm light skinned. I'm never doing that again. I remember in my younger years, I would do that. Kiki Wyatt did the exact opposite and said she was more oppressed than dark skinned because she got heat from black people as well. She got dragged. That's because she is biracial, and those bitches be having weird politics around race because there is a nuance when you are biracial, that where you're kind of like in that middle ground where you get a lot of hate, but it blinds them from understanding that your hate is nowhere near the level of systematic hate. Systematic hate and cultural hate. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the level is two different two different things, and sometimes they don't, they're blinded to it. And you have to as a light-skinned person do that work to be able to say, hey, when is this coming up where I'm actually illegitimizing a story just based on my own particular anecdotal experience. You have to, that's a part of the work to dismantle that kind of response. Because for me, it was a defensive response where I felt like, excuse me, I'm a black girl. I was raised culturally black. I have a black father. I have a black mother. But because of the complexion of my skin, people always tried to invalidate my blackness or invalidate my black experience. And so I'm proud to be black. If you're invalidating it, it makes me defensive because I'm not white. I haven't navigated the world as being white. And so I had to learn how to clock that defensiveness when it was inappropriate times. So yes, when you're trying to tell me about my experience, I'm going to read you. But when I'm sometimes I would be saying stuff that would be like illegitimizing a dark-skinned person's experience. Just because I experienced something similar, I would be saying, well, I experienced that too. What's different? And what I learned as I got older, that was the difference, is that yes, you may have experienced some of these things around your queerness, around your being light skinned, but it's still not the same level as as a dark skinned person navigating the world. Meghan Markle is a prime example of biracial peril. It can be definitely be hard in a way. I understand where Kiki is coming from. Um, uh, it's Kiki is too old to not have figured that out yet. I think that biracial peril. Um, I think that biracial peril is understandable when you're young, but Kiki is too old to be still not to be having those kind of conversations. Yes, there was something, you got bullied for being light skin mixed and da 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 when you was in junior high and elementary. So when you were in high school, maybe early college, you you might have that kind of resentment and that kind of, what, I got bullied for being light skinned, what, you might still have that ignorance in because you're too blind. But in 2021, at her age, those kind of conversations shouldn't be being had. That means you're not doing the work at all. Like you're not reading the right books, you're not listening to the right people, you're not doing your own work to dismantle your privilege. They don't teach in school. They sure do not. They sure do not. They definitely taught us about, well, I don't know if they still do. They dissect frogs and shit. I ain't never had to dissect a frog in my adult life and all. Everything that I learned about dissecting the frog, I have not used that at all in my life. But they had definitely taught us some shit that we do not at all, and they won't. But I think that's where parenting comes in. I think that's where good parenting comes in, because you have to we dissected rats and pigs. We did dissect rats. We dissect pigs, frogs, and earthworms. Pigs, frogs, and earthworms. Mhm. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Mm. All right, we had an hour. Make sure y'all thumbs up if y'all are liking the conversation. What do y'all want to talk about? What else do y'all want to talk about? We did sharks in aquatic act. Did we? No, we never did sharks. We dissected rats too, and I hated it. I love animals, but anyway, you was on your misty day. No, I don't want to. I don't know. Don't make me do it. I still don't agree with dissection. Show me a picture in the textbook and I'm good. I did when I was dissecting frogs and shit. I definitely didn't have no politics around no animals. I come from a family of Mississippi country. We was cutting chicken heads off from the yard birds, aka yard birds. We was cutting their heads off and plucking them and cooking them and putting them in the pot as soon as we was done, child. We had farms. We were slaughtering pigs and cows and goats, child, and religiously there are sacrifices that are done, and so killing some animals, child. That didn't. I had no politics around that. Simone Biles, what? Oh my God! Like I don't want to say what a disappointment, but no, that's not the right term. Oh, I just really wanted her to really show up and show out. I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, she basically ain't gonna be in the finals. Poor Simone, but she seems to be in better spirits. They showed her cheering her teammates on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm disappointed, but understand and respect her decision. Yes, it feels like. Don't get me wrong, but like when we talk about mental health, if we talk about mental health, how do you and it you're at the Olympics. There is going to be a level of stress that is involved. This peak level of performance, peak level of competition. Like, are you just going to bail out every time? Like, what is the? I don't under. I don't know. It's the same. When I first like with Naomi, when she said she was gonna leave for the mental health reasons, I was like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. At first I was like, yeah, don't let this don't let this game control you. If you having mental health issues, yeah, get out. Just fuck them. Take care of yourself. That was my initial reaction. But then as I continue to think about it, I'm like, it's going to always be this level of pressure. It's going to always be this level of stress. And so, are you going to bail out every single time? This year on the Olympics have been rough on Black women. Yeah, definitely. Um, and lost to Russians like the rest of our country. But there, hey there, how do I get my son who is mixed to accept the fact that I'm a transgender female now? Double D trans boobs. You said, how long have you been transitioning? What's your story about your transition? How old is your son? I need more information. Double D trans boobs sounds like a very fetishy name for a trans woman. Are you taking your transition seriously? Like, what is the I need more details about you. Didn't Simone's mom die? I could be confusing her with someone else. No, not Simone. That's Shakari. I read the name like yeah, I don't know. When people have names like that, it's hard for me to take them serious. Chance, hey Chance. I don't know the specifics of Simone's withdrawal, but I know Naomi's had a lot to do with press demands. Yeah, I think that's annoying. I thought Naomi's was um the press shit. I didn't know that they had to do it. I'm like, why would that even be negotiated in a contract of any sort? I gotta talk to the press? That's weird. I wouldn't Why would that even be a bullet point in the like in a contract of any sort? Why would I have to talk to the press be a part of a bullet point? Now I don't know. I just feels that's weird. I'm 47 years young. My name is Paulina now. I was Paul. The You don't have to give me a dead name. The name was a joke. The he. I am very serious about transition. I started hormones and got vaccinated 4 times. My son is 17. He likes the Olympics. I always thought that that was strange to be able to force to talk to the press. And then I would be giving them, I don't know, there's a way you can talk to the press and it just be funny. I would make it a joke. I wouldn't have, if that was the issue. I would do like Serena. Serena be wearing their ass out. But I can tell, Serena from South Central LA, baby. She a different kind of black woman. And Miss Thing was raised different. She has a different vibe, personality. I would be making it funny. I'd be like, "Oh no, I just paid attention." I would be saying some of the most craziest things. Like, just I'm forced to talk to y'all. So I don't I don't really have anything to say to y'all, but I'm forced to talk to y'all contractually. But what's your question again? Oh, I love the game. It was amazing. Yeah, she played really, really hard. Yeah, she's a great contender, but I beat her. Uh-huh. We did an amazing job. Yeah, yeah, that was a good move. I really did that, huh? Yes, it was amazing. I'm so excited to play again. Like, I would be doing all of that. Since y'all want to force me to do this shit, I'm gonna be wearing y'all out. Um, it's kind of like when the cast of a movie does press to get viewers. Yeah, I can see that. Um, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, they were being weird. I don't know what was going on with them, honey. I didn't get to read that last message, but yeah. But your 17-year-old son will come around. Can we talk about how they banned Shakari, but they're letting Megan Rubio promote her CBD regimen? Mm, I get your point, but that's kind of one of those false equivalencies. I get it, but it's one of those like those TI moments that I feel like it's a false equivalent, but I get your point. Good night, Shonette. I don't know. I think there's a difference in that situation. I think there's a difference. Weed is not performance enhancing. I don't know why it's on the ban list. Hmm. I don't know. It depends. Somebody made a good point. If you are anxious and weed helps you not be anxious, how If you are anxious when you're running and weed helps you not be anxious, how is that not performance enhancing? That's a loophole Megan slid through. Shakira should have taken notes. I think it's weird though. That's why they let people promote the CBD but condemn weed. There always has been a very distinct difference between CBD and THC, and when you take the THC out of it, it's very different. It's shady, but culturally, there's a big difference in the connotations around THC and the connotation around CBD. Yes, and yeah, that there's a very distinct difference, and so it does optic wise, it feels like oh girl, but there's a very distinct difference. I slightly disagree. Weed absolutely helps me not be anxious, and I can work nonstop and ran for longer. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like that makes I feel like that makes you. That's what I think. I think it can be a performance, but you can take the psych meds if you need them. Boom, Chris. That's the point that should be made. that's the that's the point that should be made. If it was those kind of medications that reduces your anxiety, it would be no big deal. But because it's weed and because of the demonization and the history of it, then it gets weird. Is it like the difference between crack and cocaine? No. No, Chris, you were talking. That was there's no difference. You're totally right. I wasn't. I would just. I totally agree with you. That's the point. That's the great point that needs to be answered. There is no difference when it comes to that. When you're comparing weed and you know like antidepressants and da 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 da. Oh, I can pop a Percocet or a prescribed perk or a prescribed some Ritalin or whatever I take, but I can't smoke a blunt. Okay. But also they act like she hit the blunt before she stepped on track. I was kind of I was kind of disappointed. I didn't publicly dog her. I'm not gonna do that ever about smoking no weed. But I in my mind, I was kind of disappointed. I felt like I think the stakes were too high for you to make that kind of decision. And I can't but you know, I, her mom passed and you can't she's like, fuck it, I want to smoke. My mom passed. So yeah, but I get it. But I felt like, girl, this is your Olympic dream, girl. This is the stakes are too high for you. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Simone has pulled out. But I was like, oh, the stakes are too high. There's a difference when this is a regular day and I'm going to work. I know I ain't supposed to smoke a blunt before I go to work. And honey, it's just a regular day. But if I choose to smoke a blunt when I know my district managers are coming to the store that day, the stakes are different. Like you got to do the Olympic thing. Like that's coming. This is like a every 4 year opportunity. How do you huh? I don't know. It just felt like I don't know. I when the stakes are high, even when I was younger, I just didn't make those type of decisions in regards to like something like when the stakes are high. When like in high school, I remember I used to smoke in high school, and if something I knew something was coming up, I wouldn't smoke. On a regular now, if you left, I think it's a regular day and I smoke and something pop off, then that's different. Because I didn't know this was gonna happen, and I'm high as shit in the middle of this situation. but 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 when I knew I had an interview, I knew I had this, I knew I had that. I didn't smoke, I didn't get high. Mm. But yeah, it's like, y'all see my shirt? I got this at Forever 21. It is so cute. It made me think of the zodiac sign. You know how you have your sun sign is what everybody else sees, and your moon is what your emotional state is, what's on the inside. I am a Pisces sun and a Capricorn moon. I thought this was a cute shirt. I thought it was cute. Tip around. Come on, Freaky Lima. Mm-hmm. Hello, pretty, pretty one. Why do birds sing so gay? Until the break of day. Why do they fall in love? I always think about Matilda when I hear the song you were humming. Matilda. When I think about Matilda, I think about the butch lesbian goddess, Mrs. Trunchbull, baby. The butch lesbian goddess, baby. Matilda is the first book that I ever read in life. Well, no, it's not the first book that I ever read. It's the first book that I ever read, and I was excited to read it. Like I read my children, and I was just reading to read, just because. Ooh, I know how to read. But Matilda was the first book that I was like, ooh, I am excited. It was my first. Okay, that's what it is. It was my first page turner where I was like, ooh, I know exactly what's going on, and I'm excited about seeing what's gonna happen. So I'm reading and reading and reading. It's the first book that I was like, this is a page turning book. It's like, oh my God, not that choky. Matilda was my shit growing up. Much too good for children. Much too good. Me and my mama still say that to this day. I love the Matilda scene when everything is dancing around the room. Yeah, I don't think I've seen portions of it, but I don't think I sat and watched the movie. So yeah, my relationship to Matilda is actual reading. What else during that era? Oh, we're talking about children's books. Oh, Where the Wild Things Are, or Where the Wild Things Grow. Do y'all remember that book? I think it's Where the Wild Things Grow. Where the Wild Things Are? Yes, Where the Wild Things Are. I thought that was an interesting book when I was younger. Where the Wild Things Are. There was I love Stephen King when I was younger. Um oh, there's a book called the very first Stephen King book that I read was called The Eyes of the Dragon. Oh, they made a creepy Where Are the Wild Things Are movie. I gotta find it and see if I like it. Terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That book had me stressed as a child. Where the Wild Things Are. Yes, Where the Wild Things Are. Yes. But yeah, then I read Stephen King, The Eyes of the Dragon. The Eyes of the Dragon was so fucking good. Um, y'all should read that if y'all like Stephen King. It's not like his normal stuff. Eyes of the Dragon felt like a children's book. It had a little bit of adult themes, but it is that the one with the fish on the cover? No. It looks like a fish, but it's a dragon. Yeah, it kind of looks like a fish. But if you look at it closely, it's actually a dragon. But that was my shit. Hey, hey, Xavier. Oh, y'all coming in after we already talked about it. How's your workout been going? I went this morning. I have my and my titties, well, really my chest right here are a little sore. My um my legs are sore because I did some squats. But I feel good. Nothing is feeling like, and I did like 20 minutes of cardio. So with some weightlifting, it feels I sore. So I'm like, oh, it's gonna be working. So I'm gonna keep trying. I actually like the leg part. Um, I wish I can't afford a trainer now, but this is another weird thing. The gym that I pay for, they actually don't have workers. And I didn't know that. So I've been going in there since February and nobody has spoke to me. And I thought it was on some racial shit. And then the one time that somebody did, they were asking me, do you have a membership here? Being all weird. And he was the owner and he black. And I was like, I just felt super weird. So I went in there the other day when it first opened, like at 5:30. So just keyless entry. Somebody opens the door, like at 5:30, somebody opens the door. And so I thought I was going to go in there and talk to that person and be like, hey, like, can you help me show me? Because I'm just now getting to the point where that's just what it was. So I always felt like, ooh, I'm gonna come in there and be all fat and people acting weird. So, and some of the machines I don't know how to use. Like I'm like, ooh, this looks like a fucking torture contraption. So what? How do you use this? So I wanted to have that kind of personal experience, that personal interaction, but I can't afford a what you call it. So anyway, I came early to see if the dude to see if the person, the worker who was opening the door, because they open up at 5:30, if the person who opens up the door could actually help me and walk me through each one of the machines. Cause I said it probably is not busy at 5:30 in the morning. So I come in there and it was already two people in there that this guy was working out, which was I felt kind of strange. My mentality about trainers are they all are fit, but this dude is training people and he got a big old beer belly. And I'm like, how you gonna have a trainer that got a big old beer belly and you think that it's working for you? But that's not my business. I thought that was weird. But because if he knew how to train, he would be training himself, right? I don't know. Does that make sense? Anyway, so he comes up to me. Um, he comes up to me and he's like, "Ooh, can I help you?" Because I was just standing there waiting for him to speak to me because I thought that he was the worker. And I say, "Oh, he was like, "Can I help you?" And I was like, "Oh, do you work here?" And he was like, kinda not. And he was like, "Do you have any questions I can help you with?" And I was like, "Well, I'm looking for the worker so they can show me how to use the machines." And he was like, "Oh, well, this gym doesn't have workers." And I'm like, "What?" He was like, "We're all private contractors and we know the owner. Dion comes in the evening. He's never here this early. Dion, the owner, comes in the evening and I've seen you here before because I work out my clients early. Um, I work out my clients early, so I've seen you here before. And he was talk to you about the gym, and I was like, no. The one time somebody talked to me was the dude who was the owner, and I felt like he was being rude because nobody has ever asked me about a membership, and he was very weird. It was the way he did it was weird, not rude, but just weird. Like he was standing behind me while I was on the treadmill, and he waited till I got off to come up next to me and say, um, "Do you have a gym membership here?" And he just was being weird. And I said, "Yeah," and he was like, "What's your name?" And I told him my name and da da da. So he was like, "I'm the owner," and da 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 da. Anyway, so he says there's no worker. He says there's nothing but private contractors, and they come into the gym with their clients. But he says anybody that is a private contractor in here, they will help you out. Don't hesitate to ask them any questions. He was like, "You free?" He was like, "Actually, my client is about to be done. Like my clients are about to be done, and I'm about to leave here. So you're gonna be in here by yourself." I was like, "Oh." So it's nobody that work here. You just basically you paying to use this equipment every month. And he was like, basically, oh, okay. So I went and picked and started doing the machines. But just if you have any questions, don't be scared to ask any questions. So I went there. I went there. No, he wasn't hitting on me. He was being weird. It didn't feel flirtatious. It felt like I'm checking to make sure you paid your rate. That's what it felt like. Um, so I went in there today. That was a couple of days ago because they're closed on Sunday. So I don't work out on the weekend. So no Saturday, no Sunday. So that was like Friday. On Monday, I went later, so he wasn't there. And then on Tuesday, today, I went I went I went by myself and just started to work out. And there was some white girls in there that was, Instagram fit girls. And they were in there. But everybody was super, super nice. And I was just working. It felt good. I'm just trying to be consistent and see what it gives. I was fucking 330. Now I'm like 318. So something's working. So I'm gonna keep going. And I'm not trying to be skinny. I just want to get down to like 220. Even like a 230, 240. Definitely under 250. Give me under 250, I'll be good. But 220 is ideal. Mm. Early in the morning, I put breakfast on your table and make sure that your coffee has its sugar and cream. Your eggs are over easy, your toaster lightly. All that's missing is your morning kiss. Can you play a round of the fun card game we played that used to treat me? Oh, you say the juice is sour. It used to be so sweet, and I can't help but to wonder if you're talking about me. We don't talk the way we used to talk. It's hurting so deep. I got my pride. I will not cry, but it's making me weak. I'm not your superwoman. Mm-mm. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. Mm. This girl needs more dedication, no. Heart, several token, no. Love from you to me, ooh, baby, baby. I found my way through the rush hour, trying to make it home just for you. I want to make sure that your dinner will be waiting for you. But when you get there, you just tell me you're not hungry at all. You said you'd rather read the paper and you don't want to talk. Nigga, you like to think that I'm just crazy. When I say that things change, I'm convinced I know the problem. You don't love me the same. You're just going through the motions and you're not even there. I got my pride, I'll not cry. Still, I can't help but think I'm not your superwoman. Mm. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. Oh, ah. This girl needs more dedication. No hearts ever talking enough love from you to me. Ooh, baby. Look into the corners of your mind. I'll always be there for you. The good and bad times. But I can't be your superwoman that you want me to be. I'll give my love a lasting love if you just would return love to me. I'm not your superwoman. When my mom played the song, my dad would scatter. Hey, I'm the kind of girl that you that can treat you so sweet, but you got to realize that you got to be treated to me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Not the kind of girl that you can let down. Boy, I am only human, only human. All right, so let's see what we got here. Is this the one that you were talking about, or was it another one? I don't know where the other one is. Oh, it's over there. Were you talking about the charades one, or which one were you talking about, Amar? Were you talking about this and one, or are you talking about the charades one? This is the one that has the serious questions, or were you talking about the charades one? That's more not serious. I can get them if you want me to do them. These are called what is the and skin deep? There are skin deep cards. What is the and cards? Basically, they're like grown up playing cards. Well, they have more serious questions. So this one. What's one piece of advice that you have for me regarding my love life? This is a deck that is meant for friends. Yeah, this is the friends edition. The ones where we match topics and a verb. Okay, I'll get them. 1 second. I'll get those because these are kind of serious. They're not. You can make them fun, but they're kind of serious. So I'll get the charades one. That's kind of fun because they're adults. The God hates charades. 1 second. We want the fun ones. All right. Oh. God hates charades. I see my broke now. So this is easy. So I pick a red card, which is an actor, and I have to get you to guess the actor, and I have to get you to guess the scenario that they're in, which is the blue card, the scenario. And so the first one, so let's do a practice run. So anybody who hasn't played it before, that's it. God hates your ass. I don't know why I can't remember that. Yes. All right. So this is the actor. This is the scenario. Um, like a virgin. Hey, touched for the very first time. Like a virgin. Like a virgin. What's the words? Next to mine or whatever. I can't remember the words. Who am I? Like a virgin. Madonna, yes. Madonna. All right. So it's Madonna, and she is so she is I literally never use these. Like I never use these. It's an outside bathroom. Outside bathroom, like for like be at parks and shit. I never go in these. Um it's like it's an out she's in one of these during a natural event. Yes, Brianna. So she's what does it mean when you're stuck into something? She's stuck in one of these during these happen a lot of times in California. So she is so Madonna is stuck in one of these during a natural thing that happens in like California and shit. What's the word for being stuck somewhere? She's stuck in one of those natural event, like a natural event that happens in California. Madonna is stuck in a porta potty in an earthquake. Stuck isn't the right word. I can say stuck because that's the wrong word. Yes, Chan. So put it all together. Madonna is trapped in a porta potty during the earthquake. Boom, that's the answer. And so Amara would be the winner. Madonna is trapped in a porta potty during a hurricane. Quite easy, darling. That's how you play. You just guess. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Next, all right. This is funny. Yeah, anybody can play. You just try to how you win is you have to say everything, just like Amar just did. Madonna is trapped in a porta potty during an earthquake. You have to say it all together. You got to have all the parts. That's how you win. All right, so now this is um oh how do you what's that song? Um uh, uh I can't think of the song. He's dead. He is um um He's terrorizing Winona Ryder's character. He has stripes, black and white stripes, wild hair. He's dead. I was about to sing the song. Tucked it all the time. I can't think of the song, but he wears stripes. He's dead. He is the actress that he's terrorizing. Yes, Beetlejuice. All right. So so he's doing the opposite of sucking dick, but he's doing it with that baby thing that you put around your neck. You got to say it all together. He's doing this, the opposite of sucking dick. This is an adult show, so you got to say the word. He's doing the opposite of sucking dick with the thing that you have on, what babies put on when they're eating. But you have to say it all together. What is cat the euphemism for? Y'all might not be able to. Are y'all typing it and it's not coming through because it's a curse word? So it is the person's name, and he's doing the opposite of sucking dick with a thing that comes around your neck. A baby puts on when it comes around the neck. I think Amara got it. I don't see her message. What Amara say? Yes. Are y'all not allowed to say pussy? Is YouTube blocking it? YouTube probably is blocking it because they don't allow you to say pussy. But yes, Beetlejuice eating pussy with a bib on. You have to say, Micah, you have to say Beetlejuice eating pussy with a bib on. You gotta say it to be the correct answer. You gotta say it all together. You can't just say the last part. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Um this is a wrestler from like the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan era. He's super, super big. He's big. Like his name has something to do with him being big. And his name is like a black hood, black boy name. Not Hulk Hogan. His name has something to do with being big. Not Rashiki. Get out of here. Yes. Andre the Giant. All right, so he's doing, what is he doing? He is doing excuse me. This is considered like bad etiquette at a dinner table while you are oh, I can't say that. When you're conversing, this is what you shouldn't what's common the common verb for conversing? When you got food, too much food everywhere. He's doing this. He's conversing with too much food where it shouldn't be. He's conversing with too much food where it shouldn't be while you're trying to converse. Without but compacted. Yeah, y'all close, but y'all in the ballpark. Y'all just not right on it, and I don't know how to make y'all get on it. He is conversing. What's the common word that means conversing? Starts with a T. With with um the talking part of your face to capacity. I don't know how to conversing with the talking part of your face to its capacity. What is a common four-letter word for capacity to it? Um, Andre the Giant is talking with food in his mouth. Andre the Giant is talking with his mouth full. Yes, Serenity, you got it. No, you didn't do it. Ready Rock said it first with a full mouth. Well, she said it exactly right. Well, they said, I don't know your gender. I would just say they. Serenity said it exactly right. You were close, Ready Rock. You just switched the words. All right. Yes, right. I thought you was a she. I wasn't for sure. All right. Okay, this is cool. The big hairy guy from Star Wars. Super easy. Big hairy guy from Star Wars. Look like a space um Sasquatch. Big hairy guy from Star Wars. That's super easy. The big hairy guy from Star Wars is jacking off in a cup and consuming it. The big hairy guy is jacking off in a cup and consuming it. So I use other words for every this. You just got to figure out how to say it in the other words. The guy from Star Wars is jacking off in a cup and consuming it. So, what's another word for cup? What's another word for consuming? Um, um, the hairy guy from Star Wars is jacking off in a cup. What's another word for jacking off? In a cup, what's another word for cup? And consuming it. Chewbacca is masturbating in a glass and eating it. Boom, you got it, Ready Rock. Wear it out. Bam. Oh, Micah, did you say it first? I don't see it. I don't see your response. I only see Ready Rocks. I don't see your response. I don't know who this person is, so I'm not gonna do them. I'll just pick another actor. All right. This is a. I feel like this is the most famous director ever. He did Jurassic Park, E.T., Color Purple. He may not be the most famous director. I think he's the most famous director to me. He did Jurassic Park, E.T., Color Purple. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So this famous director is how can I say this? They are pretending to be this is how can I say this? They are pretending to be done with life. They are pretending to be done with life to be done with a spouse. To not be done to nullify a spousal situation. This director is pretending life to be done with a spousal situation. That's the best way I can say it. No. Y'all in the ballpark. What is a divorce stopping? Um, what is a divorce stopping? Um, they're wording it. They're not wording it weird. It's just hard to explain these words. Steven Spielberg is faking his death to get a divorce. No, what? You're in the ballpark. What is a divorce ending? What is a divorce ending? So Steven Spielberg is faking his death to. Y'all close. Micah has been the close. Okay, Chance, you got it. Chance got it. Chance says Steven Spielberg is faking his death to get out of his marriage. To save the business. No. All right. I have no idea who this is. Who the fuck is Ron Burgundy? Do y'all know who Ron Burgundy is? I don't know who Ron Burgundy is. I don't know who Ron Burgundy is. I think I know who this person is. Let me Google. Anchorman. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Ron Burgundy. I never heard of him. Let me Google. Ron Burgundy.
Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Oh, I never seen that movie.
By Adam McKay, starring Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd, and David
Koechner. It's that movie with Will Ferrell. Yeah, I've never seen that movie. Okay, cool. Is his name Ron Burgundy because he always wear burgundy? I don't know. I never seen that movie to get the reference to explain him. So sorry. I don't know that. I think I know this person. Let me Google it before I say I don't know. Okay. This might be a little hard. It's white funny. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sometimes I be liking white humor. Okay, this might be kind of hard. This usually the actors don't be hard, but this might be kind of hard. He is oh, this one is hard. I want to see if y'all get this one. He is an American salesperson. He's on a lot of infomercials. He's a brunette. He's a brunette. Oh, you should have, Chance. Chance got it fast. Willie Mays. That's because you look like him. So yes, not Willie Mays, Billy Mays. All right, so yes, that's the actor. I didn't think y'all was gonna get him fast. All right, so Billy Mays. Okay, that's the actor. The scenario is um oh limb fighting, upper body limb fighting. Um um Leader of the earth. Upper he does he upper body limb fighting leader of the world. Is that um no. Not that last part, Micah. Um gladiator, not leader, not leader. Gladiator. The winner, the gladiator. Um Not planet. No, not boxing. Um what's earth, planet, the other word for that. So Billy Mays does this. Does how do you say what does it mean when somebody, God, how do I explain this word? Not universe, something more simple. Universe is too big. Think earth, this planet. What's the other word for planet or earth or um what is Pinky in the Brain trying to take over? What is Pinky in the Brain trying to take over? Pinky and the Brain. What are they trying to take over? What are their goals? What's the word? Yes. Willie Mays is wrestling champion of the world. Close. Y'all have it, but y'all just not putting it together. Put Micah's and Serenity's together. But I gotta get this word. So the word, this word, y'all are missing one word. If y'all put them together, y'all would be missing one word. Yes, but y'all missing one word. When you, how do I fucking explain this word? It's not is. In this, God, how do I explain this? My brain isn't working. It Okay, I'm gonna just do it this way. So 2 syllables. The first syllable is the little insect that represents Beyonce. And the last syllable is what you do when you ejaculate. The small word, what's the stuff that comes out, what do we call it? So the insect and that. 2 syllable word, the insect, and then what we call the white stuff that comes out. Because I can't think how to describe that verb. Yes, CL. So now put that all together. Boom, Ready Rock got it. Willie Mays becomes the world champion. No, no, you don't have it. Billy Mays, Willie Mays becomes the arm wrestling champion of the world. Serenity got it. Well, from my end, she has a higher. Becomes arm wrestling champion of the world. I couldn't describe becomes. That was so hard for me. Becomes. How do you say becomes? Like you, a person becomes. I don't know. Anyway, y'all got it. Break it down. Do you not see my answers? I see it, but you came in on my screen. It is Ready Rock, Serenity, then you. I see it, but it's like right under Serenity. Except she did add will, so that's kind of will become. So that's kind of wrong. So you did win. It did any will in it. Yeah, so Micah, you did get right because she put will, and it's not will. It is Billy Mays becomes the arm wrestling champion of the world. You said it exactly right. So Micah, you got that one. Plus, she added will. Will is wrong. Okay. Next one. The actor that plays. I don't want no default win. Well, it's not a default. You did actually win because you didn't put the will. You put the Billy Mays becomes the arm wrestling champion of the world. That's the exact words. All right. So the actor that plays Wolverine, that's easy. They discover that the opposite of good and a double birth. They discover not double. What do you call when you have two babies at the same time? They discover the opposite of good. If they were born with another baby that looked like them, they discover that how do I say this? Y'all in the ballpark. It's not exactly right, but ooh, you close chance, but not exact wording. It's his. Um, yes, Michael, you did it again. Hugh Jackman finds out they have an evil twin. That's close enough. Hugh Jackman finds his evil doppelganger. I wish they would put a doppelganger on here. All right. Um, let's see. Hmm. Gotham's superhero. Gotham's superhero is um um okay. Um it's artwork that you put on your body. What do we call those? He is taking it off. He has an artwork of a person that almost um in the primaries beat Hillary Clinton. In the primaries. Almost beat her, but didn't. That was more left and a socialist. Gotham superhero is getting off his art tattoo of this person. Um, he's um switch Switch. You gotta switch that. That's close, but you gotta switch. The word y'all got it, but the wording is off. So the wording's still off. Y'all are right there. Y'all have all the words. Y'all just don't have them right. Y'all don't have them in the right order. Probably because I didn't say it. Um, Gotham's Gotham superhero. The verb. Um, no. Um, if you're not taking, that's not it. You are the closest, Amara. Let's just give you that one because that's wait. Yeah, that's the closest. Yes. Yes, you get that one, Amara. That's a Batman getting their Bernie Sanders tattoo removed. Bam. Um, I don't know this person. Let me Google this person and see if I should know them. Okay, yeah, I know this person, but not enough to do it. Patrick Bateman. He is the fictional character of the American Psycho brand novel. I've never read that, so I don't know nothing about that shit. American Psycho, Patrick Bateman. Sorry. Okay. All right. All right. So he is a alien. He has a finger that lights up. So he is tossing in this direction. Oh no. He is uh, the alien that has the lighted finger is vomiting at a he's vomiting on a first 48 type of place like he is a newbie. I'm saying you words that mean these things. So the alien with the finger that lights up is vomiting at a place like first 48 hours, like he is a newbie. Like he is a newbie. What's another word for newbie? Like if he was a detective and he was like the youngest person on the crew. He is that's right, but you got to add more ammo. Like he's the newbie. Right, Chance got it. Yep, ET thrown up on a crime scene like he is a rookie. Yep. All right. This is wild that I picked these together. This is really wild. All right. This is gonna be easy, but it's funny that these are separate cards and the chance of the cards coming together is kind of cool. Um Hates the Jews, got the weird mustache. He he goes he goes not to the future, but the opposite, to kill himself. But the more sophisticated word for killing a leader, to kill himself. The person is, the actor is who hates, he's the person who hates the Jews with the weird mustache, their leader. And he goes not to the future, but to the past, to kill himself. Hitler went back in time. What? Okay, close ammo, close and very close ammo, but not. What's another word for went? What do you do? Another word for went. In a verb form. Yes. So weird mustache dude. What you do during vacation? What you to get to the location? You are oh, I wasn't available because I was um um what y'all think about DMT? What is DMT? Um People, when you ask somebody like what do you love to do, they always say not himself, um his name, just say his name. When you oh, I love to cook, I love to read, I love to, you know, that. I thought you meant Mel Gibson. No, not an actor. It's a world leader. Y'all already said the person. Ammo said it. She just is missing a word. Not went. What do you Ammo? That's what it is. Ammo said exactly what should be said, except not went. What is it? What's the another word for went? Yep, there you go. Hitler travels back in time to assassinate Hitler. Boom. Where we at? Okay. I think we got time for two more. All right. All right, this is easy. This is short and sweet. Um the most popular, well, no. The most popular Bill Cosby cartoon character does what Mary did in Nazareth. The most popular Bill Cosby cartoon character does what Mary did in Nazareth. No, not Nazareth. Wait, is it Bethlehem? Yeah, in Bethlehem. What did Mary do in Bethlehem? Ooh, oh, y'all are in the vein, but and y'all are right, but not right. Yeah. What? Don't say his name. Don't say his name. Don't say Jesus Christ. What would you? What was Jesus Christ? What was he? Whose was he? Whose was he? What was he and whose was he? Whose was he and what was he? Say those things. So the most popular Bill Cosby cartoon character does what Mary did in Bethlehem. More informal. More in how do I say this? God, how do hmm. Y'all on it, but not on it. that's the closest one, Amar, but that's not it. Um, how do I say this? I don't. It's so simple, but it's not simple to describe. No, y'all those words are all too complex. Savior, Messiah, all that's too complex. What was he? What was he? Whose was he and what was he? And what was Mary doing? Like, that's not that make how I'm describing it makes it too complicated. Simple words, like simple. It's only three words. Only three. Um, what's another a even simpler word for a newborn? A simple Gerber. Simple. Um, Fat Albert has a baby boy. Y'all getting closer. Whose was it? Whose was it? Whose whose was it? All right, Casey. That's the closest it's gonna get. That's it. Fat Albert having God's baby. I didn't know how to simplify that. Having God's baby. Yes, Casey, you got it. That was close. I'll try to go simpler. Not Joseph, that's for sure. Not at all. Uh, oh, this is simple. Um, a light skinned white passing actor. I think he's white passing. Uh, light skinned white passing like action actor. Tom Hanks. I think he's white passing. I think is he white for real? Maybe I don't know. What's the T? The Rock. No, The Rock isn't. Is The Rock white passing? No, The Rock. He looks Samoan to me. There you go, Brandon. Vin Diesel. Yes. So light skinned white actor that he is um a lot of college students do this to make money for art classes. Oh, I can't say that. um they do this like this guy Vanessa Williams in trouble, Miss America. Um People find Vin Diesel white passing. I think he is. He don't look white to me, honey. Vin Diesel looks, I don't know, he white passing to me. Vin Diesel is doing nude modeling. Vin Diesel is stripping for us. Close, Casey. What type of class is it? Not art. Not art. It's art, but what's another word that would go right there? That's not art. Not painting. Not sculpting, but what little kids do. Not painting, not sculpting, something simpler, what little kids do. Boom, Serenity got it. Vin Diesel is posing nude for a drawing class. All right, last one. Coloring. Yeah, that's not. I was thinking just drawing, but coloring is what little kids be doing. All right, let's see. Now that I want to see. All right, this is the last one. Let me see who it is. All right. Oh, I know this person, but I don't know what makes them stand out to that would make them. I don't know anything enough about them to make them stand out. They are a white male actor. I'm trying to think of what movies do I remember them in. I don't know. I don't know their movies like that to describe what they've been in. They are a white male actor that they're kind of ugly to me. Um, God, I'm sure if y'all knew who I was talking about, y'all probably would do it. It's so easy. What else has he played in? I really don't know. He done played in shit. Um, did he play in The Punisher? I think he might have played in The Punisher, but I'm not. No, maybe not. Did he play The Punisher? I know he played in some movie that had to do with planes. Not Top Gun. That's Tom Hanks. I don't know where he's a serious actor, but he does kind of a little comedy a little bit. But he's like I think he was in prison or he was on a plane where he was a prisoner and they were taking over the prison or something. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't know other movies that he been in. I know his name and I know what he looked like. Yes, Culture Love. That's you got it. Nicolas Cage. I don't know. He had a movie. I don't know much about him, but I know when you say Nicolas Cage, I know his face. I know who he is, but I don't know. I can't name his movies, but I know who he is when I see him. And he's ugly. You could have said National Treasure. I've never seen that. Didn't he do a movie where he was a prisoner and they were trying to take over a plane? You said plain and ugly. Hey, I find him very unattractive, ugly and weird. Yeah, I just find him unattractive and only remove Con Air. That's what the movie is. That's what the movie's called. Yes, I couldn't think of the name. All right, y'all know who the actor is. He is God. um consuming a a foe's body blood pumper, consuming a foe's body blood pumper to get strong, to that actor is consuming a foe's body blood pumper to get stronger, to not grow bigger, but like um to get stronger, to get more strength or more magic to get more strength, magic, um, force to get more force. They mm, yeah, culture of love got it. Culture of love got it. Nick Cage eats a enemy's heart to gain power. Culture of culture got it. I want to do one more because I think this is going to be fun. All right. One more. This should be super easy. All right, last one. This is the last one for me. So, all right. This is so easy. They're the only president. No, I was about that's about to be a whole lie. They are the president that is popular for getting their cock sucked. That president is Ted Bundy, Jeffrey Dahmer, John Wayne Gacy. Mm-hmm. Obama. You know what's crazy, Mo? Y'all might not remember when Obama was running there. They found a white gay boy that was saying that Obama's dick. Do y'all remember that? They were pulling out all the stops trying to get that man not to be president. Bill Clinton is a serial killer. You missing one word, and it's a big word, so I can't let it slide. You close. Um, it starts with how do I describe this word? It rhymes with factually. Did it happen in the parking lot? Hopefully, it did. Now, unfortunately, it happened in the Oval Office, which is a better location for some dick sucking. So that president, no, a regular word, nothing. Well, that's a regular word too. It rhymes with factually. It's a simple word. It's simple. Take that T off. It's quite simple. Mhm. It's the last word that you need. Bill Clinton actually is a serial killer. Yes. Boom. Got it, Amara. Bam. Well, there we go. I haven't pulled those out in a minute. Ooh. Let me put this back in the box on the bottom so we have fresh names the next time. All right, this is fun. Good night, good night, good night, good night. I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all check out the podcast. I was reading the native girl on there this week. I actually interviewed Mia's father last night, and it was so amazing. So it was quite Z's father was a little bit messy because it was, he's a Bible thumper, but Mia's father is not a Bible thumper. He's a country ass hood nigga. So it is hilarious. Mia's father was hilarious. Their story is hilarious. So make sure you check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna bring it out this week or next week, but make sure you be on the lookout for it. Mia's father is hilarious. So that's coming up on the podcast. And what else? 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you. What else is going on? I really want y'all to keep me in y'all prayers. This morning, I had a conversation with a person that I really think that is going to change my life. It's one of those conversations that they mention, like, some a conversation that people have like during award speeches that they might mention. Like, I met somebody that has the potential to change my life in a whole different way and make some of my dreams come true. And the conversation went really, really well. So I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know. I want to count my chickens before they hatch, as my grandmother would say. But please put positive energy out in the world and pray for me and hope um that it all works out in my favor. It feels like it is. But I have gotten connected with somebody who aligns with my dream, and hopefully very powerful, very rich. um and we had a conversation this morning and it went so fucking well. I can't talk about it because it's too early. Ain't no papers been signed. Ain't no. It's just an initial conversation happened this morning, and it went well. So keep me in your prayers, and yeah. So yeah, give me all the energy, all the good energy. So thank you, honey. Put some motherfucking food on your ancestor altar. Whatever you need to do to send your girl some good energy. That's it, cause I can't talk about it yet, but y'all know I'm gonna talk about it when I can. When the ink is dry. But that's what I got big stuff coming, y'all. I got it's everything happens for a reason. But all right. I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all looking for that next episode. It's either gonna be I have my homegirl Aunt Candace Simpson. She is a pastor. Um, and I'm either gonna have her on and then save the Mia situation for later, or I'm gonna do that as soon as possible. But I haven't decided. We'll talk. From your success and well-being. Thank you. Sending you love and light. Thank you, y'all. So I will see y'all Friday. Make sure y'all check it out. Follow me on Twitter, Diamond Stylz. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook, Diamond Stylz, DIAMOND SCYLZ. Um, what else? That's about it. All right. I'll see y'all.